a big point in this game. I think we've kind of seen already superior disruptor control here from Classic, although I would not say Classic's the guy you think of as the best disruptor player in the game right now.
Yeah.
I think Hero's certainly better.
You might be right on that. Yeah, like I definitely did not get super impressed by his disruptor micro in the last game against Creator. Like, yes, he won, but there were some very sloppy moments in there as well.
Might blink on top of this. What? Okay.
All right, well, he is backing up right now towards his front base. And we do have that fourth base going up for both players. A little bit quicker here for Creator, who has, by the way, passed in that probe count.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, his economy really kicking in here.
That might mean his army is slightly inferior, but whenever it comes to Stalker or Disruptor, you really just have to look at how they control. One Disruptor can be so... Oh, my God!
All right, does get that blink out of there. 4 Disruptors here, pretty scary, but we do have Disruptors coming in from Creator as well.
Oh.
He's got to be very careful with these shots. They're so important.
You got to be pretty economical with your blinks here as well. Ooh. Okay, got to be careful with the Disruptors here, too. If these Disruptors stack on top of each other like this, you're going to lose everything.
All right, let's see. Oh, gets that Immortal. Definitely a good hit.
Bruising that Immortal pretty nicely here. Kind of an awkward spot because it's much easier to defend in these positions for Creator.
Oh! The flank Disruptor from Creator taking down 3 Disruptors. Pretty awesome.
Huge play there, but also over here we have a massive warp of the Zealots coming down. They're going to take out that pylon, and he's not done. He's going to go right back here into this expansion location and try to get as many probes as he possibly can.
Well, a couple Stalkers in a cannon here will definitely slow him down a bit. He's going to be able to clean that up for now, but definitely a nice move there by Classic. Maybe that's why he got flanked so quickly there, paying attention to that drop.
Well, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. He thought about it, though. He might want to actually, when that expansion gets done, though, go over there and try to get these workers, because it's still overall Classic is the one shoving on the map.
I think he just warped in a bunch of adepts there.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
he's got adepts in the main.
All right, well, he snuck them right in. We do have Dark Templars on the way to help clean these up. These definitely could end up killing quite a few probes. There's not a lot of units at home to
He's
kill
going
them
to
off with.
get the warp prism here. Got to be careful, too, when you're this late in the game. Sometimes you be maxed out and you actually can't warp in. Great job there, though. He takes out those adepts, no problem. Easy peasy.
Yeah, gets 10 probes. Meh. Not the biggest deal right now. Both of them have very solid economies and very solid armies, so something like 10 probes you can kind of take in stride at this point in the game.
Stalker's coming down now. And he's going to move up. He's got to blink away.
That was such a scary blink.
Creator actually has to be pretty careful because he can end up with those Stalkers boxed in the bottom right if he doesn't handle this properly.
So true. All right, we do actually have 2 Disruptors kind of sitting out on their own, and then Classic poking with some Stalkers here.
Feeble attempts here for these Disruptors. Well, he's starting to take out these probes in this cannon. Something happened over there. We don't know what. It looks like he got the Warp Prism, and then the DT came out.
Yeah, and that DT kind of cleaning up a little
Whoa!
bit. Oh my God! It looks like
Big
Creator.
plays.
Well, that was a good one.
Good connection.
Yep.
You know, it's so funny. It's like hard to play-by-play Disruptor.
Yeah.
Stalker action.
You never quite know where people are going. Look at that. He actually just blew up 2 of his own Stalkers and 2 of his opponent's Stalkers. I love it.
Okay, another DT coming up now. And there's no observer here. He needs to target those probes, though. That definitely takes priority over this.
Yeah, I think he's just not really looking at it right now, kind of doing other things on the map. Moving up the right-hand side of the map right now. Creator has taken another base, let's not forget, though, in this top left.
Yeah, very true.
That's important.
And it doesn't. I don't even know if actually Classic is aware of this. Oh, my heavens to Betsy. He actually gets back. Again, it's a game that can really be turned on its head at any moment.
Look at this. He's actually coming up leading with these Disruptors. This is a very brave
Oh, my
move.
God.
Get
2
some huge
hits.
connections.
Yeah.
That supply just swinging back and forth so wildly each time one of these goes off. And look at that. Another nice Disruptor shot there. Classic not quite paying attention to everything at once. Very tough to actually multitask on every front here.
Okay. More Stalkers and DTs headed northbound now.
We do have Classic taking another base here in the bottom right. We have Creator moving down, trying to get into an offensive position here. I like that he has like a small group of stalkers over here.
Yeah, I think one of the keys in PvP in situations like this is to start spreading your army out.
Yeah.
It's tough for both.
Oh
my God!
Huge move there for Creator.
Big plays.
Wow, and another big one there too. Look at these though. The Immortals coming in to try to pick these all off.
Yeah, Classic just doesn't quite have it when it gets into that late game Disruptor Stalker.
Yeah,
he just seems to have a very tough time.
You're very right when you said that, like, for instance, Hero has better Disruptor control. Like, I wasn't 100% with you on it, but the more I'm watching this match against Creator, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like he's getting himself in a great spot, so you can tell he's overall a better Protoss, but as far as the Disruptors go, it's a little bit lacking.
I think there's something to be said about, I think we need to see some small groups of Stalkers actually start to blink forward here and go on top of the Disruptors. Even though you're going to lose them, it's better to take the Disruptors out than to lose them, miss microing while retreating.
I mean,
I think.
What are Stalkers but dead DTs, Tasteless? To
well
lose them
said.
one more time is no biggie.
Oh. Okay, he gets that.
Just one of them. All right, 9 Disruptors on Creator's side, 4 on his opponent's. Look, Creator has, like, army-wise, something very, very scary here, but there are a lot of Dark Templars out for Classic, like a laughable amount. 9 DTs. Where are they? Where are his
where
9
are they?
DTs right now?
Oh, they're headed northbound, left side of the map. That looks like DT movement to me, folks.
Oh. Pokes that Disruptor, has to run away.
You know those guys that can just tell what kind of birds they are by how they fly in flocks? That's Tasteless with the mini-map here.
Yeah.
DT's actually headed
I
over here
think
to the
you're
left.
right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, 3 DTs at least.
Yeah,
Leads with the DT, so the Zealots won't get detected. All right, we do have some huge Disruptor balls actually going down. Wow, some big ones there for Classic, but huge flank.
He's actually getting such a good surround here. There are 3 Immortals on the right, but he's getting his Disruptors right on top of that, making these Immortals so weak. Creator's closing in here on the bottom center. Stalker's just barely microed out in time.
Yeah, it looks like this huge arc of Stalkers are going to be able to wipe everything out.
Now,
down
hold up. The Creator's not mining from the top center, okay, and the upper left was destroyed, so he has almost no income. I don't think there's any way that that Classic can actually hold on, but let's see what he tries to do.
They would have to work together with the Disruptor balls to have Classic have any chance here. Look at this. He does blink forward, take out that War Prism, but the Stalker count here, absolutely overwhelming.
Now he's got enough. He's got enough observers over this army. Oh,
I mean that's a good one, but it's not nearly enough. Don't worry, these 6 probes are going to help. Oh wait, no, they aren't.
Cover me. Okay, this is like kind of a base race here. Had there not been as many observers, I would say that he could win with some DT sneakiness, but with like 6 observers on the army, and,
I think that was the grab all units hotkey right there.
Yeah, I think you're actually right. Yeah.
Wow. All right, so I mean it's almost done here. Classic having a third the army supply and barely mining. Creator just going to go ahead, wipe out everything else, and he can kind of finish him, at his leisure.
Yep. Sick. Okay, comes in here, and I gotta say, Creator, props to him. He's actually just better with Disruptors.
Yeah, it definitely seems this way. Like the beginning, the early game, definitely went to Classic. He had a cleaner build order. He was very safe in everything he did.
Hold on a second.
Spot.
I know it's very unlikely, but there's no way that because the army's actually coming back here. No. I take it back. The supply is too low.
Yeah, the 41 Stalkers I think is just like.
GG, good job, Creator.
It's way too much.
Props to him, man.
Yeah.
All right. Do not get into Disruptor play this time, Classic. Play to your strengths, buddy.
Well, he's very lucky with this next map, I believe, Tasteless. I think we're going into Prion Terraces. And Prion Terraces is much less about the Disruptors.
A lot of tension here for Classic. He just was eliminated from SSL yesterday. He's 1-1 right now with Creator.
And he does not want to lose here. He'd have to play against Speed, a promising up-and-comer. And don't forget that Solar's still in this group as well. If Creator's on fire today and gets out in first place, I don't know if Classic beats Solar. I don't know if he does, man.
You might be right. We might have been too kind to Classic early on. He is like one of the greatest Protosses, but right now, this is like, Protoss is so different, especially the Disruptor play. He just doesn't seem to know how to use them. Doesn't know where to look for
what. His Disruptors were off for sure in this series, without doubt. I definitely agree with you there. I still think he is probably the second best Protoss right now, but he is not showing it in this series.
All right, guys, our game's loaded up on a very interesting map. We'll get to more of it in a second. Creator versus Classic, the final match in round 2. In the bottom right, winning that last game pretty convincingly.
Junior Green wins. Creator.
In the upper left, in the red.
SK Telecom T1 Classic.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Prime Terraces, crazy map, Golden Year Natural.
This map is pretty cray-cray.
Yeah, quite likely that we could see a lot of Blink Stalkers here.
We have seen plays where they try to just deny their opponent from getting the expansion by using pylons and the such. Since having a lead with a quick Nexus is so strong on here. And I think we're going to see that right here. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, he's
Come
really
at me,
trying to
bro.
block it.
Ooh!
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
Get
In the
wrecked.
meantime, his Nexus goes down, and that is, in fact, a Nexus first play.
He needs to let this pylon finish, man. Tazos was in this game. He sends his probe back, makes a second pylon,
That's
man.
right. When you see this many probes
Yeah,
there,
man. Now, you let the pylon finish. You make a gateway there, man.
Oh,
That's
God.
what you do. Down and dirty.
Cybernex Court, if you can.
That's it. Okay, do it.
Yeah, he's going to do it.
Do it.
He's actually going to do it.
Yes!
This is an awesome move.
This is so dirty.
Like, that is so much
Oh.
health to cut through. He's losing so much mining time. This one will be canceled before it finishes, but man, was it worth it.
Not before Tazos comes over there, and then I make my own Nexus at that place, so we can't build a Nexus.
That is so funny. You start sending like 4 or 5 probes down just to stand in places so the Nexus can't start. It's like, Tazos, I think you've thrown this game now.
You've actually gone too far now. Now you're losing. Okay, so I guess he has to use whatever he's got. He's going to send a Zealot out here. And there's a Stalker coming along with this. But Classic's all like, I got one of them too, and it's about to come out.
Yeah, well, I guess a probe and a Zealot definitely beat a Zealot, but, oh, not if you lose the probe without doing damage.
Oh!
And, yeah, Creator does, right, win that? Yeah.
He's like, all right, you win.
Well, he's making his own Stalker now. Mothership Core popping out for Classic as well, so he is completely safe with a Nexus first build after stalling out Creator's expansion for so long.
Yeah,
See,
nicely done. The
The
Nexus
early
only
game
just
really going to Classic.
Yep. Well, like we said, Classic is just kind of a better player.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to drive this out. Actually takes out that Zealot. So right now, Classic rather, hasn't like lost in any way in this game. He's like that song, like, all I do is win, win, win. Win.
No matter what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that one or the other win-win-win song?
Protoss, Terran, Zerg, I don't give a F-bomb, right?
Weak.
Weak sauce, tasteless. Okay, guys, so this game
Tasteless was fired from GSL that night.
We get an email from somebody. I was watching it with my 6-year-old grandson. I'm like, why? This is not a kid's show. Okay.
Oh, it's a kid's show, except when we swear.
Well, except when we swear and yes,
And make inappropriate jokes.
that's right. Now,
Watch us muted.
okay, so we have Phoenixes coming out here.
Yeah, very interesting here from Classic. Grabbing those Phoenixes, maybe expect something like an Oracle coming out. If your opponent goes Stargate and you went Phoenix, you are in a great spot.
So this is a pretty big problem right now. I mean, what do you do when you're playing from an inherent disadvantage due to that opening that came there from Classic? I mean, I'm not even sure what is the right way to play other than to just try to sneak out my second gold maybe the same time they do and hope that you can balance this out with some kind of harass, maybe?
Well, I like what Creator is trying to do here, because it's what he did in the last game too, which I thought was really quite nice, which is he's getting Blink very quickly. And Blink is going to make it so that A, you don't die, and B, you have map control. And this is going to allow him to take that third base first.
Yeah, that's true.
At least it should. I mean, it looks like he feels like he has a pylon block here because it looks like Classic's getting ready for that third base. But Definitely, this is like, I think this is a good way. You know, you have that quicker tech because of the delayed Nexus. Utilize it to get a quicker next Nexus.
All right, we have the gold base now coming down here. Let's see if this pressures Classic into moving out on the map. A lot of times when you get the gold base up right away and you just have this lead, you kind of just stay back and watch, you know, and try to survey what they're doing. And then you see where they're overextending and you just go punish them.
Yeah. Now, a lot of Phoenixes actually flying out right now.
Phoenixes.
Phoenices.
Fetuses.
You don't even know.
So they're Phoenicians, actually.
The Phoenicians! That's it. You
That's
got
it, yeah.
You nailed it.
They're not Phoenixes, they're Phoenicians,
They
guys.
are Phoenicians.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
proud people.
Yes. So, oh, good job. Gets the observer there. He's
Yeah,
going
that's
to
a
back
good
up
kill.
now. And, yeah, let's see. Surely Classic is aware of the gold base here.
Yeah, but the Phoenicians are going to do another swoop into this main base.
Yeah. And he's going to go right for this mothership core,
Oh,
but not get it.
Yeah, a little bit of damage put on. But look, he's wasting energy on it. Doesn't have enough for another one.
That's true.
So it's the third time's the charm, Tasteless. That's when he'll get it.
That's right. This is like a children's story.
You can no longer protect yourself.
This is like a predictable
The
joke.
Phoenicians will fall upon you.
Okay, we have the next gold base taken here. And this game moves on. We're going to be into a pretty insane late game here. And by the way, with these two players, late game's been pretty weird.
Yeah.
It's not your textbook late game. Okay, good job. Comes in here, takes out some of these probes.
Yeah, this is a really solid amount of probes. Look at that. That's some great damage. We do have some feedbacks, but they are way too late. These Phoenixes already wasted all their energy there. In a good way wasted.
Yeah. I wouldn't even use wasted if he says it like that. It's not even a good way.
no.
He just spent it properly.
He spent it amazingly. He killed probes with it.
Yeah.
And then got little tiny amounts of damage from those.
Yeah, it was a good trade for
Yeah,
sure.
Certainly was.
Now the gold base is being mined from. I have to say, you know, in this game we're kind of seeing Classic do just more in general than Creator. Classic's kind of bullied Creator throughout this entire series.
Well, I mean, the Creator moving out right now. He is getting charged. Both of them are, in fact, a little bit further ahead on upgrades for Classic. There's nothing he can really do, but maybe he can find a way to, you know, pick off some units, do some damage. Like, okay, I guess he gets that. You're gonna get out of here.
Oh no, it
Now
was
the
a bad
Phoenixes
idea.
left up 3 of them. Oh no, I guess not. Okay. But yeah, it looks like a charge immortal type composition coming out of both these guys right now. It's pretty smart, considering you know, this map gives you so many minerals. Obviously, you can get so many zealots that it's going to be kind of ridiculous. And again, one of those maps where disruptors don't matter nearly as much. So definitely something good for Classic there.
He's going to dip in again here, try to get a few more probes. Why not? By the way, probe count is basically even right now, 57 to 59.
Yeah. And, well, it looks like you will get a few of these probes. Why not?
And there you go. No gas for you, haha. See you later. I'm the mischief Protoss, causing mischief around the map.
Oh, it's so fun.
How will your zealots attack me when their shoelaces are tied together, guys? That's what we got to call that, is mischief harass. It's like not even, it's like, oh, that's annoying. I got to transfer more probes over here.
And you always get the gas ones, too, because they have to micro to fix that.
Yeah.
They have to
My
actually
opponent would
spend
be
energy.
using his Archon if he wasn't stepping on a burning bag of dog shit right now. That's right. It got him.
So good.
Okay.
Oh, those Zealots were serious long-distance runners.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like right now we do have a ridiculously higher army supply for Classic. Look at this. He doesn't have any. These Stalkers are not very useful here.
Yeah, he's coming up here. There's not many places to blink. I don't think that hallucinated Colossus is going to work. Coming back now, and that's exactly what you want to do with the Phoenix, is you pick up the Immortals. That's the important unit. That's actually the spine of the army here. Now, hold on. More Zealots are coming down now. He's still got these 2 Immortals in the back, but there's more Zealots.
Yeah, it's way too many units here for Classic. Really did a great job getting into this composition, doing some good harassment as well with the Phoenixes.
Okay,
And
Creator,
that
down
is
to
it.
the losers match you go. GG, Classic is your winner. in our second best of 3.
Very well played there in that last game especially. Very good PvP overall, but yeah, some of those disruptor plays a little bit tougher for Classic.
Okay, guys, we're having some great games here today. Interesting to see those two playing each other. They make for some funny-looking games, man.
Yeah, definitely different. Creator, still a strong player, but definitely not someone I'm expecting to see advance to this next round.
Yeah, you know, Creator, we've seen this back, especially when we were doing it, casting the Wings of Liberty, but he just does not have, he's not a full-form Protoss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like been very good before, but only at specific styles at certain times.
Right. We are going to go to a short break. When we come back, the winners match in today's GSL Code S.
Mr. V, it's yours. Yeah, and right now we want to try to move back.
언제나 있는 그대로의 맑고 깨끗함을 지켜가라고. 겨울을 잊은 강물이 내게 말했다. 맑고 깨끗한 칠성 사이다.
We are hope.
We are honor.
We are courage.
We are justice.
We are compassion.
We are determination.
We are harmony. We are Overwatch.
Everywhere I go, I get a standing ovation. Speaking the code, my game got no imitation. It's innovation, we taking off like we in a spaceship. You are now experiencing greatness. 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 Yeah, you are now experiencing greatness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let it rock. Come out. Come out. Let it rock. Yeah. 1, 2, this the show shot. So high, keep it cracking like it's the dope spot. Fuck the evil corporation, it's Mr. Robot. Type music got 'em moving, now this is a show shot. To who's your constitution, get loose as a wet noodle. Got 'em dancing on the Lancey, as fancy as pet poodles. Got 'em downtown swinging like dance, a little fame. Send my enemies back to the essence from which you came. What inspired you? What is it you trying to do? Somebody told you you should probably give it up, they lied to you. Never aspire to the average or the mediocre. Let the greatness inside of you take over. Stockbroker or an activist, a soldier or a pacifist. Life a chain reaction, you a link or you a catalyst. Walk in the house of God, your house of cards starts collapsing. Fashion killer higher than villains and ass. Fuck titles, you provoking a reaction? Are you slow or are you fast, man? Are you smoking or you passing? Are you wishing or you hoping? Are you open for some action? As serious as heart attacks, man? Am I joking? Am I laughing? If you see me crack a smile and I got paid tonight, I'm with my hair like some mama made a plate of rice. They say you need to dumb it down like that's some great advice. Nah, I'm way too busy showing them what greatness like.
Hot 6 GSL Season 1 Codex. Hot 6 GSL Codex Group F. Solar, Speed, Creator, Classic. Welcome to GSL.
We're back.
Season 1.
Yes, indeed. GSL CODES. Greatest tournament in the world.
Yes. Great games today so far.
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
The PvP was a little bit weird in the late game.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird.
I'm glad we settled that, yes. I'm sure you guys agree. Not the cleanest end game that we've seen.
No.
Classic,
yeah.
clearly the better player. He does move on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to exit that from my brain. It just, everything seemed a little bit weird, but I think Classic, especially on Prime Terraces, I think he really kind of nailed that map. Because if I recall correctly, he did a Nexus First there last night as well.
Yes.
So he's doing that twice in a row.
With the block, he does the block like that. And then he skips Blink.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
I really like that, actually, because like Blink makes a lot of sense because it's just so powerful in the matchup. But the fact that he goes Phoenixes to cover that and it just mass charge, I really like
it's really
this.
smart because obviously Zealots don't cost gas, so having that gold base allows you to completely optimize the extra minerals. You come in there with the Zealots, it doesn't matter if they blink away because there's just too many Zealots to actually out-micro them.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. He plays now against Solar.
That's
now,
right.
Who wins that, Tasteless?
Okay, I kind of have to erase that last series from my head because, PVZ, I think it's a little bit different. I'm a little bit worried about Classic's Disruptor usage if he has to do that.
I think he won't use Disruptors in this matchup.
Yeah, I would say if he gets forced into a situation where he is going for Disruptors, then Solar should win.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
are you
don't
saying then if he doesn't go Disruptor-type play that he'll be fine and he'll win, or...?
Yeah, I think he can win if he's not going for disruptor play.
I
don't know. You know what, though? I'm a guy that has a lot of times doubted Solar's play.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So there might be some bias here with me regarding that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so for me, I look at this. I think Classic is one of the... I really think he's like the second best macro PvZer right now to Zest. Like, the thing is, I've seen more Classic games, so...
I don't know. I think that you're... I guess I'm not on the same page with you with Classic. I feel like the other Protosses out there, Hero and Deer.
Everyone always has, but this guy has more championships than everyone.
Yeah, it's true. But like even when I look at him, I feel like when I cast all those guys, I feel like Zest, Hero, Deer all seem to be playing a little bit better.
Yeah, I think it's Classic doesn't have very flashy play. Everyone's been saying that literally for years, but this guy has had better results than almost every one of those.
I guess on paper, yeah. I mean, he does a good job.
Yeah, I'm trying to. This is appreciate Classic year for me.
Year? It gets a whole year? It's like the year of the rat? Oh my God.
Yeah. The year of appreciating Classic because he deserves. He's fantastic. And I'll talk more about this.
Can I get a year? I want a year. Oh, it's gonna start. It's too late. The match has begun. In the upper left, I almost said in the Zerg. In the upper left, in the blue, he is.
Samsung Galaxy Solar.
But let's be honest, he truly is in the Zerg.
Yeah.
Can't get more Zergy than this guy. He knows it. He's smiling. He's like, I know. I'm good. I'm good and I know it. In the upper right, our Protoss player.
SK Telecom T1 Classic.
So,
So,
he actually scouts right away that he's going one base speed. So Classic should be able to defend this without any problems. But what I was going to say is I really think that Classic right now for PvZ is one of the absolute best players. And I think if it gets into macro games, he can take out Solar.
Rolling Solar has no moss.
Wait, what?
You know, there's a rolling stone can collect no moss. Have you heard of that expression?
No, I haven't, but that's
a
okay.
rolling solar. This is like, it doesn't quite,
It doesn't quite compute, right?
The solar is, I mean, it's not exactly like it's even an object, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of...
Wow,
All
that's
right,
cool.
yeah.
I like that. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
If you make Tasteless laugh that much, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, well, oh!
Wow.
This is where I get too excited. I'm like, go back and make a gateway now.
You just want him to do it all.
Tasteless, you've gone too far. You're too into these blocks. I guess, yeah, stone and solar is close enough for that guy.
Yeah.
So. They both start with S and, kind of have almost the same,
Yeah, they have some of the same
letters. So, yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Not all by any means, but, Anyways, a couple of lings in here. Speed will be finishing up, but a couple of depths on the way, so no biggie. Quite a few lings being made by Solar at home. Wow, look at this.
Oh, he almost did it.
He was gonna make the Cybernetics core tasteless.
If he put that Cybernetics core, man, I would have slipped him a piece of paper with my number on it, man. I would have been like, damn, you so fine.
Damn, you're so fine. I love it. That's so good. Well, the thing is, I would have gone another step. This is why you and I are like fucking soul nerds.
Yeah.
It's because after that Cybernetics core,
Yeah.
I would have dropped a Dark Shrine there to keep on, blocking it off.
Keep on going.
That one builds
That's
fast.
when
and
you're
a lot of
outside the
HP,
pro
right?
gamer house holding up a boombox with a love song playing as he opens up the window on floor 2. We were meant to be together.
Boombox.
That Dark Shrine delay was so sick. I love you.
I'm trying to throw rocks at his window to get his attention, but I live in Seoul and he does too, and that's where it's on level like floor 35.
Let me tell you something. One thing that's hard to find in Seoul is rocks, my friend. Okay, so we have 3 matches here. Yeah, let's see how this game goes. These are I think, clearly the 2 best players in the group.
Yeah.
They certainly could go all the way to the Final Four, no problem.
Yes, absolutely. These are both guys you have to look at as potentials to actually win the tournament. We have like a lot of players in this tournament that we're like, okay, you can go this far or that far, but there's only a small group that it's like, okay, this guy is real potential to actually just win the whole thing.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, if there's new balance patches or whatever, these guys are both at that level.
Well, 3 base.
Yeah.
Let's see if Zerg does anything crazy. I don't know if you want to Nidus this.
What
I'm not
can you
sure.
do? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
This
think
is where it's like a little bit fuzzy for me in this matchup.
Well,
I see Protoss is doing this, and I like it. And it so far seems like you can just basically get away with it every time on this map.
Well, especially when your opponent opens like one
Quick
base,
pool, yeah.
fast speed and all that. Like the amount of money he put into getting quick Zergling speed and then to have it scouted right away and completely countered, it's like, ooh, that's really tough. But the follow-up here is so hard for Solar, and I don't think that there is a completely right answer for how to do it anyways.
Oh.
Look at this.
Take cover.
Turn all your drones into buildings!
Ooh, that was close. That was close, man.
Yeah.
Can we all agree? Chat?
That was close.
We agree, chat.
Yeah, it wasn't that close.
I didn't think it was
closer.
that close. Oh, I'm back for more. Okay. Well, that was that epic Mothership Core moment there.
Yeah.
That was
some
someone make
serious
a highlight
Mothership
video
Core
of that,
harassment.
man. Wow.
All right, it's time for the Oracle move out, Tasteless. Couple Stargates behind. Roach Warren just finished, so he is starting some Roaches. But that base might be in trouble.
Okay, here we go. Coming in now.
Somebody call for an exterminator.
Drones all just run away, though.
Okay.
I like this. He can even recall if need be.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good point. He can.
Cancel. Is he going to, like... No, he's not going to get the hatchery. There's no way. If he kills that hatchery with the depths, it's like, come on.
That's not how it's supposed to go down,
No,
man.
certainly. Who needs shade when you have a Mothership Core?
Ooh, that's pretty bold. He's just made the 2 Stargates right underneath the Overlord.
Well, the Phoenixes rally to kill that Overlord quicker, Tasteless.
That's true. That's a really efficient way to play. That was the mindset there.
It was pretty obvious to me.
Can't believe you missed that as a caster, you know? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Artosis was right.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
If those were
They
like in
got
the
their
bottom
Sebastian.
right of his base, that Overlord would still be alive right
That
now. Well, if he
Overlord
did
would
now,
alive
but,
for
you know.
about 2.5 more seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, StarCraft is a game of 2.5 more seconds.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just 2.5 seconds away from winning the game until you didn't.
Yeah.
So Immortals are going to come out now as he continues to pump Phoenixes. He's going to drive all the Overlords out on the map. This is a pretty uncomfortable position for Zerg because you're not far as spawns go from your opponent. This is like it's like a hop and a skip away. So taking out the Overlords there means that timing attacks are going to be just that much stronger against Zergs.
Especially when you look at like how far behind he is from just the openings of this game. It feels like I'm watching a distinct replay. Like everything for Zerg is like a minute late.
Yeah, well, you know what? He did that weird build at the start. This is what you get.
Yeah. You have to pay.
This is not Brood War. You can't do that, quick pull and gas and always make it work,
Yeah. It's definitely not always going to work. And Phoenix is flying around just doing some harassment. Fourth base. Solar is trying to take here. And, it'll be fine. It will get up. But when Classic rolls out, and he will roll out.
Whoa. He will
don't kid yourself, Zergs.
Yeah.
Classic is coming later.
Yeah.
And when he does, are you going to have a big enough army? That's all
the
that's going to
question.
matter.
It's not just Winter is coming. It's really Classic is coming. He
Yeah.
comes much faster than Winter.
Oh, certainly.
Seriously, we're like on Season 6. Winter's still not here yet.
No,
So, that's all I'm saying.
It's just slowly but surely creeping down. It's moving at the speed of a Reaver.
That's right. So we have the Immortal continue to be pumped out now. It's 5 gateways being made here. I don't think he's necessarily going to take a 4th. You know what he could do if he wants to, though, to make this even more uncomfortable, is if he does take a 4th base, he takes the top center.
Huh. Yeah, because, that would be, you can't harass it. You'd have to win via push.
Yeah.
If you take the one in the top center. And I kind of like that because we do have the stronger army. But with the amount of gates he's making, I don't think a Nexus is what he's carrying
he's
about
not going to
here.
have any money for a Nexus once these gates are done. You're right. I mean, this is going to be, the moment where Protoss is really going to flex its muscle.
Yeah.
It's going to flex his mushroom. I can't talk today, guys. Flex his marshmallows.
Flex his marshmallows.
That's the moment that you're looking for when the Protoss is going to flex his marshmallow. So, as the game goes on here, the Adepts are doing a good job just harassing. I don't know if he should have paired this, though, with the timing attack.
The harassment? I think it's all right if he, brings the Prism back without it dying, because he definitely just needs to make sure he's warping in there. If you just take a look at what these armies are right now, the army of Classic is so much better. It is just so much better.
I think that
Lurker
Solar
Den
might
is just about to finish. If he hits right before then, oh man.
Yeah, I think he might just die. Let's see.
Well, the Lurker Den is finishing up, and when you get a decent amount of Lurkers, watch this. He's going to morph Lurkers the millisecond this finishes. Watch this. Watch this. There we go. 6. Do you see that?
That's why you're the best, Artosis.
Oh my God!
You guys see that?
Look at him make the unit he needs right as he can.
Oh man,
I'm the best.
You're the best, Artosis.
Oh my God!
You're a genius. Okay, he picks up, backs out.
Look at this. He's going to have 12 Lurkers now before Classic did get out here, so that makes it a little bit tougher. But he has the Prism. Solar's getting a little bit spread out, so Classic, I feel like he will be able to find a way in here to get something done.
I don't know. The window might have closed now that the Lurkers are out.
When a window closes, a door opens, Tasteless.
Let's see if that's the case now. Protoss can actually go around this.
Oh my God!
What are you doing? That's you and me, man.
Oh God! We're afraid.
We're not actually players, we're casters.
We're afraid. Oh, we only do 25 damage a shot.
Okay, he's coming down now. The Zealots are harassing over here, and this is going to allow Classic to maneuver into the middle of the map here.
Yeah, he's utilizing that Warp Prism to try to draw units away. He's getting into a better position, but he's kind of going towards where the army is. Looks like he should be able to get a cancel on that 5th.
Zealot's kind of not doing anything, by the way, down there at the bottom. Does he actually get the warp in over there?
Yep. That's nice. Well, he's going to have to send more units up there as well.
Okay, he needs to get the Phoenixes on the Lurkers.
Well, this is the big part.
This
oh
is
my
it.
God.
No! Get the...
If he just picked those all up right there.
I can't even believe he ran away from that. That was like the play.
I'm not...
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Just GG.
That was like actually the entire play.
Well, his observer was slightly late to it, but like he should. I mean.
Oh, you think he didn't see it?
Well, I think that maybe he didn't realize where his observer was. Is my best guess.
That's a story of my life when I play this game.
No,
it's like, where's my observer?
See, I'm taking that for my own. I'm projecting onto Classic. I'm like, Classic, I know that you're afraid. I know that you're afraid of attacking Lurkers, Classic. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm afraid as well.
You win this game.
Did anybody else notice how afraid he was? And I'm like, no, I think that was you, man. I think you're afraid of attacking Lurkers.
But yeah, that really was. I mean, if he just uses a lift on every Phoenix there, literally the game's over right now.
Yeah.
So definitely a bit of a mistake there, but. Now this is really a game. Classic is getting into a great spot against this 4th base.
Okay, remember when I said expanding here was a good idea? Now Zerg is like powering through it, destroying it.
Yeah.
This is scary. I think Solar might actually get this game if Classic doesn't seize this control of this.
He didn't even kill this hatchery that's down at the bottom. So
Yeah.
that's an issue. I guess he does have a Prism there now, so hopefully you will get that for his sake.
I think if Protoss goes down, doesn't Zerg just like crash into the main here and just start destroying
I
everything?
think the scary thing is about where these lurkers are. You have to be so careful.
All right,
Okay,
here we
he's
go.
starting
He
to
needs-
lift some of them
He's
off.
using these Hydras to probably get some of these Phoenixes here.
Okay, some good Psy Storms go down as well.
Guys, Immortals are pretty good.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And, wow, those Phoenixes really helping out so much here.
Nicely done. He drives him back.
Yeah,
I think this should call for a counterattack here. Classic still not getting that hatch there at the bottom. Kind of disappointing play there.
But he is going up to attack the other base. Looks like it will draw some Hydras over here. He's moving across the map now. Every time you see that many
he got
units... Oh, that's good.
Yay.
Every time you see that many units actually respond to a drop, you know that Classic can be out further on the map. But he did lose some beef to his army. We don't see a single Archon, and we see very few Zealots there. So he has to be careful. Like, Immortals are great, but they can be overwhelmed if they're alone.
Tempest coming into play now. This is a very good response whenever Lurkers are a real threat. It forces a Zerg to start being the one that has to be active.
And, well, as he gets those Tempest out, he'll be able to, poke into the Lurkers. I feel like he's just, like, playing maybe a little bit scared, right? Like, his army is just, it's been a little bit better, but I think he's a little bit afraid
I think he knows how to get the army, but he
doesn't.
doesn't know how to finish it. I mean, this is actually common with a lot of people in RTS, is they're like way ahead, but they don't act like they're ahead because they've won by just defending, you know? And we should, I mean, this is going to be pretty tough for him to break, man. Zerg's definitely getting the income with this number of expansions that he can keep remaking these Lurkers.
Yeah, seriously, this push is so strong right now, and he can't just attack into it. Look at this, 2 Tempests poking. Do you even see them poking? Well, they are.
right
it's
now,
just going to take 100 years to break this with
Yeah,
those.
and if Protoss comes forward, it's like walking on lava.
Yeah, look at that. You just
Don't walk on the lava, man. That was one of the things you learned as a kid when you were playing games, you know?
Yeah, or
Hot
at the
lava.
grocery store trying to make yourself have fun.
That's right,
Don't
yeah.
step into hot lava.
Don't
Oh
step
my
on the hot
gosh.
lava, you'll get burned.
The yellow tiles.
Yep, the yellow.
Or maybe I was the only one and you're just being nice.
I'm being really nice right now.
Really nice. Not just nice. That makes you really not nice, by the way.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Okay, well, the Tempests are continuing to poke in. He's retaking his 4th base right now. We do have a warp in at that bottom left. He definitely needs to deny the space. He can't let Zerg on more than 4 bases. Absolutely not. You cannot play 2 bases down from Zerg.
Now, the problem is that Tempests are going to be pumped out for the rest of this game, which is going to really start to decrease the equity of the Lurkers themselves. And that may be how this game is dragged out really far, and then Classic wins.
It could be, but the horsefulness of the Lurkers is not over yet.
Yeah. Oh, Tosis. You are the best, my friend.
Yeah.
You are the greatest.
Well, all right, we do have a bunch of Corruptors popping out, and we have not that many Archons as we did before, so they might actually be able to pick off some of these Tempests. Only 2 Archons in there.
Now, the Oracle combos really well with this, with the Tempest, because you don't have to worry about getting your Observer sniped if they can just see from that distance.
And look at this, just runs back. This is such a good number as well. He has 6 at this moment. Does do a nice size storm there onto the Corruptors. Just needs to make sure these Tempests stay alive. And the Lurkers, they don't know what to do against this.
That's what they're saying. They're saying, I don't know what to do against
well,
this.
they need to shoot up. There needs to be an upgrade.
Yeah, they need to actually be able to burrow in the sky and shoot through air.
And they need like 14 range.
Yeah, they do.
All right, well.
And Widow Mines. That's
this,
what they
oh, he does actually start to engage with his ground. He's got to be careful. That's like the only way this can go wrong.
He needs to
is
store
lose
these
his ground.
Hydras. He can't lose these Tempests.
Yeah, certainly not. Losing a lot of his ground army right now.
Whoa, these guys are actually pretty close in supply after this huge trade here in the middle.
Yeah, a better army, though, for Classic here. Definitely has the better and more high-quality units.
Yeah, well, I mean, these Immortals are just supreme, man. Just such tough units. We see, you know, he's trying to get enough Corruptors to make this work. The problem is, even if he flies in under there, there's 2 Archons.
Yeah,
that can be quite bad.
He needs for Classic to actually attack in this with his entire army. That's like really his one chance. And even now, it's like not as much of a chance anymore. There's just too much damage put on by these.
I believe the correct way to do this would actually be to push into the main and kill the tech, but he might go to the bottom left. Problem is that if he pushes into the main, then that army can't go around him. If he pushes down, then the army can run by him and he can start trying to do some kind of base trade stuff. And ZVP base trading it's kind of like, it's not like Terran where like we have to just factor in flying buildings. Like you can kind of,
yeah.
Terran generally should win a base trade with the tools given to them, but not necessarily. But ZVP, it's pretty even. So he's going to go down here, and I think Zerg is forced to just go ahead and attack over here. By the way, there's like no money here for Protoss.
Yeah, Solar is still mining. He's got a new base up at that top, which is normally the Zerg third base on this map.
Right, yep.
But will he ever have anything that can beat this army is the question. He has so little that actually shoots up, and he has so little that actually beats the ground army. So it's looking like a no.
Yeah, he should just be able to wipe out Zerg here. And I'm not sure what exactly is going on in Solar's head. He's probably like,
I think he's hoping to just catch Classic doing something poorly or out of position, something like that. I don't know if that's going to happen here.
Okay, oops. All right, so he's going to continue to move out here. This is kind of slowing down here for the end of the game, guys. But
yeah, well, it's Classic trying to make sure he doesn't lose from here because he knows he's basically killed all the economy. Oh, that's a good pick off.
You know what? Considering Protoss does not have an income right now, really, that's pretty big. But I don't think it's going to be enough.
No, certainly. And it looks like he's going after this last base at this point. He's making a new Nexus as well. So this is where he forces him to actually come in here. But look at those
storms raining down.
Man.
And so many Immortals here in Tempest. That's going to be the end of the game. We should see GG any second. There it is. Classic wins game number 1.
All right, really solid play. Let's not forget, though, that Solar opened with a very fast pull and speed.
Very important.
Did 0 with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Classic actually did make some mistakes in that game for sure. Where, you know, like for instance, he didn't actually pull the trigger on the attack. Like he started to walk out. He actually walked near it, a hatchery, then walked away. There was definitely a point that you pointed out, Tasis, where if he had just lifted the lurkers, it's game.
Yeah.
You lift 7 lurkers
that
right
was
there, Solar's dead.
Yeah. Had he been able to uproot the lurkers and kill them off, game would have ended much faster. But you know, I got to say, Classic, I think he's really starting to play super cautious because he has not had an easy last few days.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of going almost 50-50 with everybody, to put it into perspective here.
His this last week or so has been pretty rough on him, but here he is. He's 1 win from going into the round of 16 on GSL Code S, and you know that's a big deal.
All right, let's see how game number 2 goes. Dusk Towers will be our map. A lot on the line. The winner of this series does escape to the round of 16 in this GSL Code S. Will it be Solar? Will it be Classic? Right now, Classic with a small lead. But again, the games have been very, very close for this guy so far. Solar, a lot of people are saying this is the best Zerg in Legacy of the Void. He's here now to prove that in an attempt to beat Classic 2 consecutive games in a row. And is this countdown going to start? Because I'm trying to close this out, and it's not happening.
It's not working at all. They haven't even started the game.
Yeah, wow.
Well, that's okay. It was a good series. It kind of like, it showed a lot of the good things that I like about Classic's play, but I'm just like a little bit worried he was off in a couple places. And if Solar does a more regular build, is Classic going to be able to get into such an advantageous position where he can win? Don't know. Solar's
Not
looking
sure.
good.
Solar, you know, he's a solid player. We've seen some the Zerg players, even the very best of the best. It gets a little bit rocky when they get the lurkers out. You can see it's still a fairly new unit. It's not the easiest to use.
Yeah, it's only been out since 1999, so it definitely is one of the newer units.
Yeah, man. Back in the day of Brood War. All right, guys, we're going into game number 2. Solar against Classic. Let's go. In the bottom left, our Zerg player in the blue.
Samsung Galaxy Solar.
Quick pool, Artosis.
Yeah, the 12 pool was the 13 gas 12 pool was too economical. He needs to go for just a 12 pool here.
Yeah. In the upper right, in the red, our Protoss player. He is
SK Telecom T1 Classic.
okay. What do you think about the quick pool, man?
Well, I mean,
is
he's gambling. He's gambling. Like, if Classic goes for a Nexus first, There is definitely the possibility of breaking right through. Now, will he scout immediately? Well, he did, yeah. So he sent a probe very, very quickly. So this is still possible to block.
Now, this concept has been around for quite a while in Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, so I think a lot of Protoss players, when they know it's a good Nexus first map, they tend to scout very quickly and attempt to just completely hold the rush. And you can see the Lings, they're not going to chase the probe because that would just screw up the entire strat, and then Protoss is safe.
Yeah, and look at this. This is exactly what Classic needs to do. He immediately throws down a Forge.
Right.
I mean, this was a little bit of a gamble for Solar, and I'm not sure that it's actually going to pay off. With
It's
Lings.
possible that Solar just identifies Classic as a superior player. I mean, Classic's had way better results, and because of that, he just decides he's going to try to take risks because how else would he beat him?
Maybe.
We
That's
never
kind of
know exactly
interesting.
how these players actually view themselves, you know?
Yeah, and each other, of course, as well. Like,
Yeah,
Solar
for
has
sure.
he's very good at Legacy of the Void. Definitely one of the best Zergs in the world, so I don't know why exactly he's going double early pull, but you know what? To be a champion, you have to take risks. You have to play mind games and stuff like that.
True.
So I can't like completely fault him for any of this. Oh boy,
Okay,
he's
well,
checking his wall and it's got holes.
he's like, oh
man.
no, I was not a good Tetris player.
Yeah, and in fact, that cannon is just going to be canceled.
Oh, wow.
Like,
He's like, okay.
Oh, boy. This is
Make another cannon back there. Let's get this wall wider.
well, his Forge
Let's
is
screw up
gone
the
now.
feng shui of this base. Oh, Classic, I'm sorry.
All right, well, let's see. I guess he can eliminate these. He's going to lose some probes, unfortunately. This is
no,
going. Oh man, this is starting to really
Honestly,
not go his way.
I wouldn't even blame him if he just taps out and goes to the next game. This is so hard whenever Lings actually get in your base. Your build is
Yeah.
so off now.
Ooh, 6 probes and a bunch of wall in, and the thing is, he didn't actually have that wall planned correctly.
Yeah.
For maximum, actually, State showed me this a while back. On these maps, if you want to go Nexus first, you need to make the pylon so that it's going to touch the buildings that make the wall. Because if you don't, then this happens where you can't fully wall. You saw he couldn't quite fully wall there. It took
Yeah.
too many buildings. It takes much fewer buildings if you make the pylon.
It's almost like you're packing
touching
a
the walls.
suitcase. You want to have
Yeah.
everything just completely
It's like playing
wide.
Tetris. You can't
Yeah.
leave holes.
Yeah.
And so he didn't have like a perfect plan for his wall in for a Nexus first
What if
build. And-
StarCraft was like Tetris and you made a perfect wall and then it disappeared because you got a line, right? Ooh, that's some trippy stuff.
Well, don't worry, because in StarCraft 1, I don't think anyone ever made a perfect wall.
StarCraft 1 wall is really impossible to make.
Here, though, it's like you do it by accident. Okay, so definitely Classic, should be a little bit frustrated with how this has been. We have Solar sitting on 3 bases, happy as a clam.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. I mean, Solar, to be frank, guys, and we're really not exaggerating, when you have that happen, like what happened to Classic there, a player of Solar's caliber should be able to pretty handedly keep his lead.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum, and usually just win the game.
And
So-
I think he will. Like, he played that last game pretty well against Classic, and
Yeah.
if he plays it with that quality, it's going to be hard for Classic to fight back. Like, Classic's going to have to find some harassment damage or a very sharp timing that Solar isn't ready for, something like that.
Okay, coming up here now. The drones. Not a lot of kills here,
No, certainly not.
but he's going to shade over here into the back.
Doesn't look like he's going to get too much of anything.
Oh, some adepts over here.
Yeah.
Got 2 drones so far. Make that 3 as he's hitting from 2 different locations now.
Yeah, those ones in the back are actually doing some serious work. Shading right back out again. Time to go home. Time to go home and report about the Zerg base, Stasis.
That's right. We see that he's going to be upgrading these adepts too. And a Stargate comes next. Let's see if it's 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I think it's 2. Yeah.
Okay, so I would imagine that this is going to be one of those massive Adept Phoenix attacks that we see a lot right now. Definitely
work.
popular. But with Ravager Ling on the way, that's something designed to bust a too greedy third.
Yeah, it really is. And, he's not going to get much value out of the 2 Stargates for a while here. Stargates don't really pay for themselves until like 3 or 4 minutes later on after they've
Yeah.
started and you're flying around the map attacking. So,
Well, he needs a Void Ray or at least an Oracle popping out of here to hold this correctly, I'd say.
okay. Oh, he needs to get back home, I think.
Okay, he sees the Ravagers.
Yeah,
now.
this is like
It's really good that he scouted it at least, and he does have a really good pylon spread.
You can actually kind of predict the movement of a mothership core. If he does that right, sometimes you can actually hit that when it's going back home.
That is true. All right, here we go. He is going to go ahead and start to poke in, and look at that, immediately targeting down 2 of these Ravagers.
Yeah.
Ling's starting to get around absolutely everything. Glaives have finished, though. We have 2 Void Rays on the way as well.
10 more Lings being produced. 2 Void Rays. Yeah, sir, as you said, 2 Void Rays. I'm the parrot caster.